Curiosity often leads us to ponder the mysteries of life, and sometimes what lies beyond. Do you ever wonder what the brain does after the human body dies? Today, I am going to answer this question. In this video, I will talk about the fascinating journey of the brain at the threshold of life and death. Brain activity after death. When we talk about death, we often think of it as a single moment, a definitive line between life and death. But what happens in the brain after this moment is both fascinating and complex. Brain death is a condition characterized by the complete and irreversible loss of brain function, including involuntary activity necessary to sustain life. It's not just a coma or a severe brain injury. Brain death is as final as cardiac death, where the heart stops beating and life ceases. However, recent scientific studies have revealed that some brain activity might continue even after clinical death, which is defined as the cessation of blood circulation and breathing. For instance, a study accidentally captured the brain activity of a dying person during a routine brain scan. In the 30 seconds before and after the patient's heart stopped, researchers observed brain waves similar to those during dreaming and memory recall. This suggests that the brain may undergo a final surge of activity as we pass away. Near-death experiences, NDEs, are another intriguing aspect of our brain's activity after clinical death. People who have come close to death, but survived, often describe vivid and sometimes life-changing experiences. They report seeing a bright light, feeling a sense of peace, or even encountering deceased loved ones. Some studies suggest that these experiences could be linked to the brain's last bursts of activity. During moments of intense physiological stress, such as cardiac arrest, the brain might experience a flurry of activity that could give rise to these profound experiences. The debate around NDEs is ongoing, with some researchers suggesting they are hallucinations while others believe they could be a genuine glimpse into an afterlife or a different state of consciousness. What is clear, though, is that these experiences are subjective and deeply personal. They continue to challenge our understanding of the brain and consciousness, and they raise profound questions about what it means to be alive and aware. The brain's journey through death is not an instantaneous event, but a complex process that we are only beginning to understand. As we continue to study the brain's activity after clinical death, we may uncover more about the mysteries of human consciousness and the nature of our existence. Postmortem changes in the brain. After death, the brain undergoes a series of physiological changes that mark the end of its functions. The first change is the cessation of blood flow, which deprives brain cells of oxygen and glucose, the essential fuels for their survival. Without these, brain cells begin to die, a process known as cellular degradation. This degradation happens quickly, within minutes, as the cell's membranes break down, leading to a release of enzymes that further break down cell structures. Chemically, the brain experiences a shift in the balance of substances within and outside the brain cells. Ions like potassium and sodium, which are usually carefully regulated, become unbalanced, disrupting the electrical charges that facilitate communication between neurons. This disruption leads to the loss of brain function and consciousness. As the cells deteriorate, they release glutamate, a neurotransmitter that in excess can be toxic and lead to further cell damage. This cascade of cellular and chemical events ultimately results in the brain's inability to function, marking the permanent end of consciousness and brain activity. There are misconceptions about brain activity after death, such as the belief that the brain can continue to think or perceive after the body has died. However, scientific evidence shows that brain activity ceases when the heart stops beating and blood flow ends. While some studies have observed residual brain waves after death, these do not indicate consciousness or sensory perception, but are rather the final electrical activities as cells lose their energy. The brain's postmortem changes are a complex interplay of cellular breakdown and chemical imbalances that lead to the irreversible cessation of its functions. While the idea of lingering brain activity may intrigue us, the reality is that the brain, like the rest of the body, succumbs to the finality of death. Research and discoveries. In the realm of neuroscience, researchers have made astonishing discoveries about the brain's activity after death. One groundbreaking study revealed that certain genes, nicknamed zombie genes, become more active and grow in size after death. These genes belong to glial cells, which are responsible for cleaning up the brain after traumatic events like oxygen deprivation or stroke. This finding is crucial because it challenges the assumption that all brain activity ceases once the heart stops beating. It also has significant implications for research on neurological disorders, as it suggests that post-mortem brain studies need to account for these changes. The ethical considerations of studying the brain after death are complex. One of the main challenges is determining when exactly life ends. If some brain activity persists after what we traditionally consider death, this could have profound implications for organ donation and end-of-life care. Ethicists debate whether consent should be obtained to evaluate brain death, as some procedures involved carry risks. Moreover, the variability in clinical standards for determining brain death across different institutions can lead to inconsistencies in diagnosing death, which may undermine public trust. Several scientific experiments have shed light on post-mortem brain activity. For example, researchers have recorded the activity of a dying human brain and found rhythmic brain wave patterns similar to those during dreaming, memory recall, and meditation. Another study managed to restore certain brain functions and structures even hours after death, suggesting that the brain has a unique capacity to maintain some level of organization during and after the transition to death. These studies not only advance our understanding of the brain, but also prompt us to reconsider our perceptions of life and death. They open up new avenues for exploring the mysteries of human consciousness and the nature of our existence. As we continue to uncover the secrets of the brain's activities after death, we must navigate the ethical landscape with care and respect for the delicate balance between life and what comes after. The future of brain science. As we look to the future of brain science, we stand on the brink of discoveries that could revolutionize our understanding of life and death. Advancements in neuroscience and technology promise to peel back the layers of mystery surrounding post-mortem brain activity. Imagine a world where we can map the brain's activity with such precision that we can see the echoes of thoughts and memories even after the heart has stopped beating. This future is not as far-fetched as it might seem. Researchers are already developing technologies that could allow us to observe the brain in unprecedented detail. With the advent of more sophisticated imaging techniques and the integration of artificial intelligence, we may soon be able to decode the brain's complex language and understand its final messages. The implications of such research are profound. In medicine, this could lead to new ways to diagnose and treat neurological disorders, potentially offering hope to those with conditions currently deemed untreatable. In psychology, it could reshape our understanding of consciousness and the human experience, challenging our concepts of identity and self. And in philosophy, it could prompt a reevaluation of what it means to be alive, pushing us to ponder the essence of our existence. But with great power comes great responsibility. As we venture further into the brain's final frontier, we must tread carefully, ensuring that our explorations are guided by ethical principles. We must consider the privacy and dignity of individuals, the potential impact on society, and the moral implications of our discoveries. The journey ahead is as exciting as it is uncertain, but one thing is clear: the importance of continued exploration and ethical inquiry cannot be overstated. By approaching this intriguing area of study with both curiosity and caution, we can ensure that the future of brain science benefits all of humanity. Let's embrace the unknown and unlock the secrets of the brain together. In the quiet aftermath of life, the brain may still echo with the whispers of existence. If you found this journey through the mind's final frontier fascinating, share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us as we uncover more mysteries of life and beyond.